far one way, and people are like, we want balance. We want everybody to be happy. And so there's just a few people that try to ruin it for everybody else. And when it gets to that point, then that's not good. It doesn't matter if you're extreme left or you're extreme right. You're extreme. And extreme is never good. Well, I could if you wanted me to. Oh, I have no idea what Islam is. Okay. Anyway, this is just ridiculous. There are other religions, the Hellenistic influences on Christianity. Nobody talks about that. The Western ideas forced into Christianity. Nobody talks about that. So I don't know. It's just everybody wants to point the finger at everybody else and tell them, you are the alien invader on my spaceship, so I need to kill you. Not, I need to try and communicate with you. Maybe it's like another alien. You got to try to communicate with it first and establish first contact. But you guys don't want to establish first contact. You'd rather kill the alien. You know? Next.
Well, my concern with you is that you think editorializing makes for facts, right? I mean, editorializing is basically like you just give your opinion. And, I mean, opinion would be good if you, like, cited something as a foundation for your opinion. You said that I claimed Muslims all lie. I mean, I don't know why you didn't just ask, because that would be a stupid statement. Like, first of all, why would I know, and why would anyone know what all Muslims do? I mean, I don't know that. I don't know if most humans make a habit of lying, and then, you know, what would be the frequency and the types of lies or things like that, okay? And you didn't tell me what it was I supposedly said they lie about. Maybe I forgot the context, I mean, but if you're complaining about it, you should cite it. As I stated prior, you stated that Christians are and this is just, to me, there's no evidence of this. The evidence is totally against this. That Christians are willing to kill people. I don't know if you people remember Muggle saying this. Christians are willing to kill people to hold on to their control of their societies, and that Muslims are willing to do that, and that Christians and Muslims are like, what did she say, like Star Trek people or something? She said like spaceships in Star Trek. A very strange analogy. Actually, it's kind of fitting because Star Trek isn't real, and the argument isn't grounded in reality. Because you look at Christians are so concerned with winning arguments and with, getting on the pulpit and talking and citing scriptures that they don't actually practice any. They don't actually keep their societies in line with Western civilization and its values over the centuries. There is no Star Trek. Yeah, I know there's no Star Trek, but you love Star Trek, right? And you said that Christians are willing to kill people to keep control of their societies. I mean, we go to any Christian majority country and there's transgender people walking around. There's gay clubs everywhere. I mean, I don't think that they should do that, but because they do that, they don't have control over their societies, and their societies are going downhill, in my view. Let's see if that changes. I doubt it will. Let's see, what else was being said here? I guess Emerald was saying, yeah, that Takia doesn't exist, or I don't know what I'm talking about. I know a lot about Islam. Takia is an element, for example, in what I think they're Deobandis, right? 9/11 hijackers. Deobandi is a sect in Islam, Sunni Islam, and they were willing to lie and drink alcohol and have sex before marriage and all these other things. Well, Islam allows sex before marriage, but only with sex slaves, right? These weren't sex slaves they were having sex with. And so we saw all of this from these supposedly devout Sunni Muslims. They were willing to lie, okay? Well, weren't they willing to lie? These Deobandi Sunni Muslims? Presumably they're following the Shafi madhab. Who says they weren't devout? Who they were devout? Well, if they were willing to kill themselves for Islam, right, for their version of Islam, of Sunni Islam, okay, then, you know, they were devout. I mean, are you willing to kill yourself for a religion? Killing yourself for an ideology means that you really are buying into that ideology, okay? I don't think that it's far-fetched to say that. Now, there could be other possibilities, but you need to rule those out yourself. I mean, I'm just going to go with, like, if you're going to kill yourself, blow yourself up, because you believe, you supposedly, well, let's go back, because you're saying they don't believe anything, right? If you're willing to kill yourself with a group of people that claim they're Sunni Muslim, and you are also espousing Sunni Islam, and you're saying that because of the Jahiliyyah is this idea that we're living in a world of ignorance and there's only these devout holy Muslims that are following God, right? And then you go ahead and kill thousands of people. I'm going to say that these people were doing this as devout Sunni Muslims, and that they had a belief that this was what Sunni Islam teaches. I agree.
Thanks, brother. Good evening, everybody.
Hey, River, you lost your... Are you there? Take the mic.
Working now. There we go. Looks like I'm talking. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for the mic check. People have always wanted to take control over other people. We can see this with the associations around here where I live. Just somebody's always wanting to tell somebody else what to do. There's so much pride in the world. People of all sorts, all races have been taken slaves over the years, been put into bondage by others. The Bible talks about oppressors all the time. The Antichrist is going to be the biggest oppressor of all besides the devils. We're all brought under bondage to things that we like in the world that we put before the Lord. You know, my brother and his wife were in bondage to paying top dollar for a stupid cup of coffee. I mean, they like their fancy Old whatever it's called. And I don't get it. I mean, I like coffee too, but I'm not going to pay $7 for a cup of coffee. That's just not my thing. So we look at it from a perspective of not needing something and free. The Bible tells us we got something to wear today and something to eat. We should have enough to be happy, especially having the Lord. A lot of times, I can only talk for myself. I still go out into the world wanting more, you know, wanting to have a better car, a nicer place, a better job. You know, I don't want to be corrected at times. Sure, I like to be in my mind and be prideful about the things I've accomplished. The Lord's always right there to correct me on that. You know, at least he tries to. It takes a lot of years to get through the spirit of pride. All have the spirit of pride. Buffet him all the time. because of the abundance of the things that the Lord taught him. He said, 3 times I asked the Lord, get this demon off my back. What he says is, my strength is sufficient for thee. For when you're weak, then you can, then the strength of the cross will actually shine through. This is where we have our win the battle. Is when I can put myself up there on the cross and say that, yes, I'm crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I live.
Hey, you!
Yet not I, but he
Really?
that liveth in me. This life that I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me. It's always so cool when
We have a civilian in need of assistance on Amarillo Vista in El Perro, Ohio.
Hey, to redeem us from a life that was wasted. And I traded this worthless, sin-filled life that Jesus gave me at the cross there. I sure get the best of that trade. Sure got the best of that trade.